it's a stigma that dudes go to jail and come home most.
But the reason, but we're looking at it as a stigma. We're not looking at it as a gift. See,
and that's why I say I'm fucked up in that aspect.
It's perspective. No, this is a learned behavior. You taught this. You taught to think fucked up because you was raised by your opponent.
That's deep right there. That's deep right there.
So how else you think you gonna think? You gonna think like your opponent think. If your opponent thinks to destroy you, you gonna think to destroy you too. So until you change your conditions gonna be changed by the one who playing puppet master, and you just a puppet.
Most people know me as Wall Street Real, but for the last 15 years, 14 years, 9 months, 19 days to be exact, the government knew me as MA 43083-039. You're not tuned into My Fair Vacation. What up, though? Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Wall Street Real. You're not tuned into another episode of My Fair Vacation. Today, I got my man from blocks to boardroom, all the way from Grand Rapids, Gunru, Michigan, Taj Dean in the building. What up, Ak?
What up, man? Assalamu alaikum.
What's going on, man?
Alhamdulillah, man. Everything's good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Now, if you seen me with the book signing in Grand Rapids a couple weeks ago, that was an event that my man put together. And, you know, like he explained at the event, I met him through my brother, and just so happened that all three of us been on the journey of doing a fair vacation. And ever since I met the brother, it was love. You know, when I first came home, he gave me a job opportunity, and, you know, it's been nothing but love. So, you know what I mean? From my brother, from one brother to another, you know, me and him has created a brotherhood. So this is now my brother. And, you know, it's a pleasure to have him on my platform, on my show, on my couch, all the way from Grand Rapids. So, you know, let the people in. Let our viewers know a little bit about yourself.
Alhamdulillah, man. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Tajuddin Gillespie. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. You know, I'm a Muslim. I'm a servant of Allah, man. I don't really have no better title than that. Like, I'm a servant of my Lord, you know.
For sure.
You know, as I met you, you know, I seen greatness in you, boy, and just thinking about them conversations we was having, you feel me, when we was pouring into you, because when you was fighting. So for me to see that your vision is now becoming your reality, I'm honored to even be able to be a part of it, to watch it, and to be able to, you know, be a part of the journey as well, too, though, you know, because it's like I say, from blocks to boardrooms, and this is what we coming from, and it's what we becoming.
I definitely appreciate you having you on the platform, because, you know, you was there from when I first came home, along with my brother Casa, and we sat up late nights and having certain conversations, and I was letting y'all know where I was trying to go and what I was trying to do, and for a minute I was stalling, but something sparked in me to go ahead and take off. Don't worry about what you don't got, worry about what you got, and, you know, make what happens with what you got now. And we here now. My fair vacation. You know
my fair vacation.
So, you know, again, as always, I have to throw the disclaimer out there. In no way, shape, form, or fashion are we trying to glorify prison, but, you know, we're being insightful and hopefully educational, and hopefully serves as a deterrent for all the young guys that's following our footsteps, or pulling the wool off the guys' eyes that don't know what's going on behind the tricks and the treachery that the United States government play. So with that being said, let's get into your fair vacation. This episode might be a little different because, to my understanding, you done did 2 fair vacations.
I had 2 fair vacations.
2 fair vacations. So let's get into your first fair vacation. What was you initially indicted for on your first case?
Man, my first indictment was an attempt to possess 3 kilos of cocaine soft. Age 18.
At 18?
At 18, 1997. Yeah, but I want to, you know, for me, before I talk about the fair vacation, I want to talk about what led up to the vacation.
That's cool.
Makes sense?
That's cool.
You know, because it has to have some type of backstory and content so that we can create the problem, identify it, address it, correct it. Because
the floor is yours.
Okay, so I'm going to start 96, because 96 was a heck of a year, man. You feel me? For me, I was 17. You know what I mean? We were 17, man, and we was playing heavy. Game was up. Game was up. We were up. Team was up. Everybody was getting money. I messed around and had a arrogance at this age. You know what I mean? My father was a firefighter, so I was raised around the police and the firefighters, so I never had a fear of them. You know what I'm saying? Because my father was one of them, and he never showed me no fear of them, right? So 96, maybe about, let's say 96, September, October. I come in the neighborhood, I worked third shift in the neighborhood. When I hustled, I worked third shift because I still went to school. I was in high school still. So I still went to school, but I worked third shift. So I came out in the streets maybe about 12, 1 in the morning, worked until I had to go to school. And then I went to made it back home before my father woke up. Got ready for school and then went to school. And he dropped me off at school. And I came home from school every day, rested, and ran to play every day, third shift. Now this is at 16, 17, I played like this. So we just was accumulating the wealth at an alarming rate at this time. You feel me? And for me, at my age, it caused a lot of jealousy. Cause I had some type of zeal about who I was before the game. You know, I was who I was before the game. Like the game didn't make me who I was. I made the game. And I played it hard like I did when I did sports. So I give an analogy of I was a quarterback as a novice. I played quarterback. So my job was always to know how to play the field. I was taught this. My father taught me this. He gave me the proper jewels. I was raised by a man that respected and loved me. So he gave me everything that he didn't have. And I honor him. My name is, and my movement is based upon the jewels that he placed upon me. So those jewels that I share with you, I share with us, he gets rewards for them. Engraved. You feel me? So when I take you back to the story, know that this man right here, my heart, love him to death, my father. So this episode may be a little bit more deeper because I've been waiting for this. I've been preparing for this.
And I've been waiting to have you on.
You feel me?
You know, we supposed to did this a couple weeks ago or a while ago. You know what I mean? But we're here now, so you know.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm gonna let you hold the mic.
Okay, so I was thinking for sure. So, mashallah, may Allah have mercy and forgive me and guide my tongue. Anything I say a good is from Allah, and anything I say a bad is from myself. So know that I'm not, like we said, it's not to glorify the streets, glorify the game, glorify nothing, because I couldn't see my child being doing what I was doing at the age that I was doing, and I couldn't see it. So I'm definitely not glorifying this. But I got to give you the backstory a little bit so you can understand the Fed vacation. Make sense?
For sure.
Okay, so 96, man. I'm 17. Shit popped off in the neighborhood. Like I said, I work third shift, so I come in the neighborhood, police everywhere. So as I'm coming in the neighborhood, you know, I'm just trying to see what's going on. Nobody's never talking about what happened earlier.
And for 1 second, for all our viewers, you from Grand Rapids, am I not mistaken, from the wealthy area of Grand Rapids?
Yes.
Now, if you've been in the feds and came across some Grand Rapids dudes, you've heard of the wealthy area. You know what I'm saying? Wealthy got a big name in Grand Rapids. So you know what I mean? Continue, please, bro.
Okay, so when you think about that, tough. But when I talk about 96, I'm talking about right leading up to the indictment and all of that. So 96 popped off in the neighborhood. I come down, bop. Police circling the hood. Jokers is running, scattering. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dirty now because the police out. So I don't really have no fear when the police out. So I go approach the police. He's sitting in the neighborhood and causing slow motion. You know, police.
You slowing the money up.
You slowing the money up. So I pull up on him. What you doing down here? What's going on? This me. This is where I say the arrogance and the cockiness that I didn't really fear nothing. So I pull up on him. I ask him what's going on. He like, it was a shooting, blah blah blah. You know, asking me was I around. Like, yeah, I'm curious as you, man. What happened? Who got shot? Anybody? You know, I'm as curious as you. I'm a community member. It's my neighborhood. You feel me? So I'm playing the game. As I'm thinking I'm playing the game, they playing one on me too. Right? So this is how I end up going to war with the police. This is before I even get caught up with before the indictment and the Fed shit. I go to war with with the arrogance. The police come. Oh, you mind if I call the captain? Come down. Captain come in the neighborhood all the time. They take pictures with us and everything. Like, we was really playing that role in the hood, like cops and robbers. You got to catch us. You know who we are. We know who you are. You got to catch us dirty though, and we got to keep make sure you don't catch us dirty. You know, it's the game.
Your job to catch me is my job to beat you.
Come on, man. This is how we was raised. This is how we hustle. We didn't have no phones. We didn't have all that. I was a crack seller on the block, bro. I was a third shift, hand to hand. I had the double ups. I had everything for the crackheads and the young hustlers. I was the guy, man. I was the only guy. I was one of them, but I was the youngest of them though. So it caused a little bit of animosity with niggas, bro. And I was feeding niggas too, helping niggas, making sure everybody was all right. I was around me, then I could have helped. I wanted to help them. I'm just that type of person, and some niggas might take that shit for granted. You feel me? But these older guys wasn't looking at me like that. They was looking at me like, pray. And I didn't know this. I'm thinking these niggas love me, bro. I'm looking up to these niggas. These my big homies, bro. These niggas crush me, bro.
And you know, that's another reason for my favorite vacation platform, because we're trying to educate the youth and right some of the wrongs we made, because we was taught wrong by the older guys, the dudes we consider big homies and OGs. They taught us wrong. So now that we know better, it's our job not to perpetuate that and teach the ones under us the bullshit that we was taught. So, you know, that's one of the sole purposes of my favorite vacation. You know what I mean? So that's,
for sure.
That's a passion that I have. You know what I'm saying?
I know it.
To correct my wrongs with teaching the youth, because like you said, I would never in a million years want my son to walk in the footsteps that I've walked in.
Not at all.
I've made enough mistakes, but you don't have to make no mistakes.
Right.
I've sacrificed my life. I've sacrificed 15 years of my life for you won't have to sacrifice. For you won't have to go through that. I experienced it.
Yes.
I know it all.
Yes.
So you don't have to go through that.
Yes.
I'm your guide.
Yes.
And we were guided wrong. So that's the purpose of brothers like you, brothers like my brother Casso, brothers like T-Mac, and all the positive, and everybody that's been on my show, you know what I mean? But some brothers stick out, you know what I'm saying? Some brothers are a little bit more positive, has a little bit more insight than others. And, you know, like I say, you, Casso, T-Mac, y'all are some of the few that's a little bit more insightful, more, you know what I mean? So continue.
So thank you, brother. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate your insight and your vision for even placing this solution on the floor, because my fair vacation is a solution to the misunderstanding and the miseducation that we had about the game, because the shit ain't what it's cracked up to be. And I had to learn this shit at such an early age that I knew Allah was preparing me for something, because it was crushing my spirit, man. Like, my spirit the game was crushing me. And, you know, it was something that I didn't think I was prepared for. That's the whole thing. I didn't think I was prepared for it. And excuse my language. When people didn't think I was prepared, people didn't view me as being prepared. They thought I was weak. So they put things on me that I couldn't wear. They put titles on me. They smeared my name based upon their lack of understanding of this particular journey of the feds, which most people don't really know. And we're going to share that through the process of this particular episode. I want to share that But when I talk about 96, and I talk about that when I got into it with the Jake, so they come, they take pictures. They like, well, do you mind if we take your picture and your fingerprint? And I'm like, no, y'all got it downtown anyway. I'm not in the wrong right now, so I don't mind this. This is my I was being arrogant, but I also was being oblivious of the police because I wasn't looking at them the way I underestimated them. I did 100%. I did. I underestimated them because I was young, man. I was still a juvenile. I was still kept. Man, I had caught 11 cases. I had been before I caught my Fed case. Boy, I had 11 cases as a juvenile, from 11 to 18. 11 cases I was arrested for. 11 of them. From 11 to 18, 11 cases. This is in my federal, in the newspaper. I still got the article when I got not indicted. You feel me? But 96, the police, boom. He was a detective at the time. He retired as the chief of police, but he was a detective when he was my adversary at first. So this Eric Payne, I know. That's his name, detective. He was Detective Eric Payne then. And what he did was they placed a card on my door, and they told me to come down to the police department where they wanted to talk to me. Now I'm not thinking this is from this picture. I mean from the situation in the neighborhood. I'm not thinking this. I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? So boom, I talked to my pops. My pops like, well, if you don't know nothing, you ain't did nothing, go ahead, talk to him. He didn't send me with no lawyer. He didn't even go with me. He just sent me. So hindsight 20, he must have trusted me, my father, to know what to hold my own. So he sent me down there. I go talk to the police, the detective. He's questioning me about attempt murder that I don't have nothing to do with. I wasn't there. You know I wasn't there. I talked to the officer. They got time. I know this is me thinking. So he tell me they picked me out of a lineup. Just take the cop. Just say that you did it, and we'll get you the best cop that we can. Man, I laughed at him. I said, man, are you serious? I said, man, am I arrested? He said, no. I said, I'm out of here, man. You feel me? I just left. I couldn't believe it, bro. I was in disarray that he even came at me like that, because I'm coming down here to see what's going on, and you coming out here to tell me to tell you that I did something that I didn't have no idea of, but nothing was around it. So this was how my first incident with the police started. Fast forward, this October 96. November 96, it was one of the homies, my man Sweet, killed one of the other homies, B. Burby, in the neighborhood on accident. Lord knows best how it occurred, what occurred. Anyway, the neighborhood ended up killing Sweet. This is a process of what happened. So this is October, November. Two homies from my old heads, my OGs get killed. 96. October, that case, I'm out on bond. November, they both get killed. December, niggas break in my crib, shoot my daddy. Niggas probably would have killed me if I was in there. Niggas' intent probably would have killed me in there. I wasn't there though. Allah restrained me from being there. But that particular journey made the police come back, because the niggas didn't get the product. The police got the product. So I end up catching a case behind niggas breaking the crib, shooting my daddy, and then boom, the last paragraph. Let me rewind the tape, because this is what led up to me even finding out that the police found this shit, bro. It was kind of like crazy. So I get a call. I'm sick. I'm gonna give a play out, because I gotta lead you up to the indictment. I'm going through so much, and I'm 17 years old. I just need you to hear that age. I said I'm 17. I'm 17 years old. I'm 17 years old. I'm going through this. In this short amount, October to December, niggas breaking my crib, shoots my father. I get a call from my sister. She's from out of town. I'm in the neighborhood. I'm sick at this particular time. And a chick from the neighborhood, I went to school with, she lived in the neighborhood. She was like, I'll take care of you while you not feeling good. Come down here. So myself, I end up going down there. I end up getting some work prior to this earlier, but my mans never knew I was sick. I left I'm running a play. I'm not thinking that these niggas that I'm running a play with and for, man, is against me, bro. Fucked me up. Fucked me up, bro. So these niggas end up sending niggas into my crib, shooting my daddy, bro. And I end up catching the case behind this shit. Myself from after this shit. This 96, still 17, bro. My baby mama pregnant. I'm 17, bro. My baby mama pregnant, bro. She can't really hold the baby, so now she on bed rest. So then she had the baby early. My baby in the hospital for a whole month. She come out the hospital when I turned 18. Prior to she having the baby, when I catch the case, when I found out that the police found the drugs in the house, me and my father was in the hospital reading the paper. And it talks about his shooting because he's a Grand Rapids firefighter. And the last paragraph, it says, a large quantity of drugs was found in the son's closet. Right? And a large amount of money. So I'm thinking the whole time I'm on a prowl.
You think the niggas got the money with those?
I'm on a prowl. I'm in the hospital. My daddy get a call from the neighbors down the street saying the police is down the street at the corner. Not knowing they're giving them warning that for me, I'm not knowing it's a warning out for me. I'm 17, man. This is all this going down at this age, man. I'm so boom, my daddy in the hospital. We talking about the shit. We read the paper. Now it's a whole different emotion because now it ain't just the niggas where I'm looking for some get back. I done caught a whole new case behind this. '96, going into '97. So boom, I find out. They find out. Now I'm creeping through the neighborhood. When I jump in the car with with the homies, we get pulled over. Boom, I find out I got an outstanding warrant. Book me for the bag that they found at the crib. Over at this particular, it was over 50 under 225. That was a mandatory 10. 10 to life in the state. You remember them times?
Yeah, because if you're not aware, Michigan was once had the worst drug laws in the country.
100%.
Draconian drug laws where if you got, it was a law called the 650 Lifers Law.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got caught with 650 grams, you automatically had life. That was a law in Michigan prison. And that was like worse than some of the federal laws. But,
it was.
you know.
So, boom, I get booked. My man come get me. My man gave me lawyer. My man who I was running a play with. He made sure I was straight. So I knew the play didn't come from him, but I knew there was only two, and there was one that was witty. So I know he sent the play. Right? So we, so when I think about how that play went, I didn't see it at the beginning. This is hindsight 2020, years later. I didn't get it at the beginning. So I missed it. I missed it at the time because I was vulnerable and these was my old heads, these were my OGs, bro. So I couldn't have never thought in a million years these niggas would have snaked me like this, bro. And these was, no, man, because these were niggas that I looked up to, bro. You feel me? Like, I made moves, I used my money to make sure these niggas was eating. These niggas didn't have no hustle. I made sure niggas was okay. And these niggas still treated me like I wasn't doing that, bro. And then stood and they stood on it like they had honor in it. And I have to, and man, listen. So at this 96 going into 97. So I get out, I'm depressed. Going into year 97. I'm out before I'm out in the day right before New Year's, going in 97. I'm depressed. Like I'm listening to Big, like I don't want to live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my. Just reliving this shit is heavy, bro. But I'm listening to Big. I remember being in the basement with my daddy. He like, you got to step out of it, cause after he got shot, he snapped out. But when I felt like it was my fault he was shot, so it put me in a depression.
Kind of heavy.
Super heavy, bro. Super heavy, bro. So I'm in a depression where I don't want to live, man. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, shit, what I'm here for? You know what I mean? I damn near got my old man knocked off with these niggas. Like I done sacrificed my king on my board, man, for niggas who don't even give a fuck about me, bro. Hurt the shit out of me. And then I go through my shit, I bounce back. I go through the depression. I have my daughter. Feel me? She my relief. From now she give me more reason to live. Like her. Like you gotta get back, baby. She needs you right now. I'm just 18 now. This is how I'm talking to myself, motivating me, because ain't nobody feeling my pain, because ain't nobody had to walk through that shit like me. So they don't know what I'm going through. They don't know how I'm struggling. I'm still going to school, bro. I still go to school too. I'm in high school. I ain't even graduated high school. This whole time I'm talking about, I'm still in school. I'm still in the 12th grade. I'm still in school, man. Running the play. So, boom. 97. I get back out a little bit. I'm just navigating my mans. Them getting back up. Niggas was been getting up from that time period, from that time niggas broke in my crib in December to the time period I jumped back out maybe in April. My niggas that I was messing with, that was cool with, they was up at this time. So I was like, oh, so I'm just seeing shit. We all in school, so you got to think I'm in school every day. So I'm seeing the niggas, and I'm in the alternative school at that. So I'm in the school where everybody coming, all the street niggas and the street girls and everybody. It's like we run this school, like motherfucking. Yeah, for sure we doing this. I'm in that thing with a 40 in the hood, bro. When they come and bro, listen. When the police come get me for the 10 murder, they come to school and get me from school, bro. With the police, walk around the building, lose everything, bro. I'm 17, bro. They got a warning, but the principal, Mr. Tucker, I never forget him. Salute to Mr. Tucker, boy. He was a solid man, man. All the way from the long as I know you was solid, man. He came to me. He was like, the police out there for you, man. He was like, they got the building surrounded, man, but the back door open. Like, that's how I never forget it, bro. I always appreciate that. You feel me? And he told me, like, the back door open. I'm like, nah, man, I ain't did shit. So I'm, that's that arrogance again. Remember, I tell you, I ain't did nothing. Remember, I'm a juvenile though. I ain't got the chance to even deal with big boys. So that's how I'm acting, because I'm a juvenile. So I've been catching. Remember, I had 11 cases from 11.
So when the police came and got you, was this the feds?
No, this state case. It led up to this. This is my beef with the police. I got to tell you how the beef, because they led into my indictment. The police did. The detective. So when my daddy got shot, the police was coming told my daddy to say that I shot him. This is detective that I'm talking about that was the chief of police. He wanted to coerce my father to say that I shot him when I caught the drug case. When they found the drugs in my house. So get to the indictment. Me and our partner, was riding. We was going to a high school graduation, right? 97, June 3rd, I'll never forget it. I'm just gonna give you the indictment. And it's real raw and it's real authentic because I ain't never really shared it. You feel me? Because everybody have the perspective and I never really shared mine because it really wasn't to be shared because I thought, remember I said I'm a different type of person, so I thought it was amongst us to muscle this through and then come out as victorious. But that wasn't the case. So 90, my man's them come back. I'm chilling. I caught the case, remember? So the case I caught when the brothers broke in the crib, I went to court that day, that morning, June the 3rd, that morning, it was postponed. My man's them come back from out west. You feel me? And we pumped up. They pumped up. I'm at the crib. We come out. We got a spot that it's like a spot for the home. How the spots we have. You feel me? It was one of them. So the brothers them got some coming in, and it's like it was some sneakers coming out from out west that they brought in. So I'm not thinking twice of this, man. So we getting ready. We talking about the graduation. We getting ready to go get fly. We went to New York. Got fly. We got fly. Get ready to get to the thing. My man them got our people across the apartment complex. I guess he must have asked them to sign for something that was coming in or something, right? So I'm not knowing all of this going on. So I'm just oblivious because they just coming from out of town and we been there. So I don't know what plays these brothers got going on really. So we just going to the barbershop. These my homies. I'm not getting money with these guys too. Now think about that. I want to be clear about that. Me and these guys aren't hustling together. We just are friends. We from the same neighborhood. You got homies that y'all from the same neighborhood, but y'all ain't getting paper together.
Yeah,
y'all, it's your mans. So this is one of them guys to me. He's just one of my mans. We ain't getting money together. But people might have thought we was getting money together. You feel me? From their perspective, because we was always together. You know what I'm saying? But his bag was his bag and mine was mine. However, on this particular day, we rolling up. We coming, like I said, I just had the court date postponed. They just coming in from out of town. So we just talking. We ain't tripping on nothing. We just talking about what his play was, how the trip was, and all of that. We thinking like we gonna go to the graduation. We just making plans to gonna go get fly. We went to New York because, like I say, got fly. Godfathered up, bro, Sachi'd up, man. When we got indicted, bro, you swear I'm talking about if we would have made it to the graduation, we was so fly that, man, they couldn't believe, and we was so young. You feel me? I was 18, my Cody was 19, about to be 20. His birthday was in 10 days from the indictment, bro. It was like crazy. So, boom. They coming back, you know what I mean? They talking about the play, getting calls up, niggas keep blowing the phone up. I'm like, man, what's the fuck going on, man? The people's from out west, late hindsight 2020. They calling, you feel me? Blowing him up. You know what I mean? So we moving around trying to figure out what's going on. And then what happened was the play came and somebody had signed for the package and the package was bold and the feds had already intercepted and the sister had told them what we were in and what we was going on, what we was doing. And so when we was coming back, getting ready to eat from the graduate, the feds was in the parking lot. They swoop on us everywhere. Boom, this is how the indictment come. But it's a superseding indictment from a bigger indictment where the neighborhood just had got indicted in May. So we really, because this really, like I tell you, this is not my play. I can't really say me. I can say me because I was in the car and I wasn't aware of what was going on, but I couldn't say that I didn't know, and I couldn't say that I wasn't a part of it because this was my man. I just couldn't do that.
But the actual
play wasn't mine.
Exactly.
Wasn't my play, and I didn't have no monies in it. I didn't have no hand in it. None of this. So when they book us, that's what they said. We know they know I'm here. They know I just had court. They know I'm out on. They know I'm out on bond. They know I'm out on. I got a curfew. All of this is already known. I'm out on bond for this shit right here. So they know my information. So once they book me and put me in a car, they say, just tell us you was coming out here to get the bag, and we're gonna let you go. I'm like, I don't even know. We going to a graduation, man. We can't you see what we doing? This shit is obvious, man. You feel me? So this is how the boom started. Boom. We end up getting indicted. The play end up coming. We end up working towards getting a cop.
So what was you initially indicted for?
The attempt to possess 3 keys of cocaine. Yep, that was because they intercepted it, so it was an intent. So it was a possession charge.
So once they arrested y'all that night on the way to the graduation, you know, I called my case in the Western District, so I know a little bit more about y'all side than
y'all side. Right, for sure, 100%.
Once you was indicted, when they took you to the Juror 4 building?
Mm-hmm.
From the Juror 4 building, how did that?
No. Yeah. And then we went to
Kent County?
Nope, we went straight to Nuevo. We went straight to Nuevo.
I hate you said Nuevo because I have to get into Nuevo for a second because during my 15 years, take that back, during my 43 years on this earth, my 9 months in Nuevo was the worst time of my life. My 9 months in Nuevo was the darkest, worst time of my life. Even my mother passed. My mother passed when I was in prison. Anybody know me know that. Anybody that's watched My Fair Vacation, anybody read the book, know that. My mother died. That was the worst thing that ever happened to me, but that's life. Death is to be expected. So I kind of not moved on from that because to this day I still haven't moved on from that, but I got through that.
Right.
Nuevo, by far, that 9 months in Nuevo was the most darkest, worst time of my life. And I say that because, for one, I'm the only dude from Detroit on the Western District of Michigan. I'm facing 30 years, and I'm in a cesspool of rats. Everybody's telling. Everybody. I was like an anomaly. I was like a sore thumb.
Bet.
And I don't know nothing else.
Right.
I don't say this to be tough. I don't say this to be gangster, nothing.
Me neither.
I don't know nothing else.
Right.
I was always taught to take your time as a man.
100%.
That's what a man do.
100%.
You know, it's a saying that comes from prison. I'm on man time. How can you be on man time and you're not doing man shit?
Right.
So I didn't know nothing else. And this is prior to me even going to the feds and knowing the saying man time.
Right.
I've always been on man time because that's what I was taught.
Right.
That's what's been instilled with me. So it was like so bad to see everybody going the opposite of what I was taught. Everybody.
Tough, man. I seen this the top dog on our indictment fold on his family, bro. And when I seen that, it, like I said, man, these are men that I'm the youngest on the indictment, bro. I'm 18 years old. I'm the youngest on the indictment. Then I'm the youngest on the compound when I make it to Milan.
Okay, so hold on for 1 second though, too, because you brought him to Waco, so that just triggers me. You know what I'm saying? Like I go back from Waco.
Okay.
You from Wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Bemis is a block behind Wealthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to my understanding, that's like the younger generation of the Wealthy gang, or the Wealthy boys, or whatever you want to say it. Man, like I said, we use no names on My Fair Vacation when a motherfucker ain't solid, but it was some vicious motherfuckers from Bemis when I was in that motherfucker in the Wago. One dude.
He said one dude. He took down the whole team.
You know, Florida University. The name of their team?
The Seminoles or the Gators?
You just
I don't know, man. The Hurricanes, man.
That dude, man, he was something else. And I heard he was a straight grave digger, but he got a bad name with the police.
No, but that's the thing, bro. Like what I've learned in that fair game is, bro, it's not who you think it is that stand up, bro. I've thought some.
It's who you think it ain't.
It's who you think it ain't. But when I found out that I'm grateful for my lessons so early because it prepared me for something, but it gave me a disdain for my elders at a degree where I didn't like my elders because the niggas that they left me with. So when I went to prison, I kind of bucked against the ones that had been in for a minute because I felt like they left us to the straggler niggas to be raised by.
And that's what's going on in the streets now because of our generation.
Yeah, we left.
Because we did have a few OGs that was rightfully labeled OGs. But we were kind of young and hard-headed and missed the lessons they were trying to teach us.
I agree.
So, with our arrogance, we perpetuated that to the younger generation under us.
Right.
They took our arrogance and that's what they seen in it.
Right.
So they were more arrogant than us.
Right.
And they lost all codes and everything.
Yeah, values, morals, integrity.
So that spilled into what's going on now with
100%.
Now.
So that's why the work that we doing now is so important, though.
Exactly. So after the graduation, after your father got shot, everything led up to indictment to play from the work coming off the West Coast. That's what you didn't get indicted for. How much time did you end up getting when you was indicted?
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
Mm-hmm. For conspiracy to distribute?
No. For attempt to possess 3 keys and under of powder, cocaine.
So you got 5 years for that.
Mm-hmm. And on my first offense as an adult too. So when you think about that, you think about your safety valve. You got to think about, I don't have no priors as an adult. No priors as an adult.
And and let me clear that up right now.
Go ahead.
That's a misconception of the safety valve. You brought that up I was naive to federal law at one point in time, and I always thought that dude got safety valve, he told. That's not true.
No, not at all.
So if you hear somebody saying a safety valve,
that's because he didn't have no record. No, the safety valve is because you don't have no record.
It's just so rare that
niggas don't got no record, right. Cause like I said, I was young, so I didn't. If they was in charge of me as an adult for my juvenile, I would have got booked. I probably would have got 40 years because that was my tail.
But like we both say, it's so rare that by the time you're 18 that you don't have a record,
right.
Or when you get indicted, you don't have a record.
Right.
You hear the safety valve, you're like, man, this nigga told.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case.
Yeah, that's not the case.
And I say this, man, as a disclaimer, man. And like I say, I'm not going to glorify this. I'm not going to promote this. But if you are in prison, if you are in the life, and you are with the bullshit, do your homework. Because just because a dude got a safety valve don't mean they told.
Not at all. That means a brother. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
I see a lot of dudes.
They try to press niggas because of that, because of the safety valve.
I see a lot of good dudes get a bad jacket because of the safety valve.
Are you serious?
I didn't have the whole understanding of that law at first myself, so that's why I had to bring it up, because you brought that up, and that kind of took me back to a time when I was naive and ignorant to the law, and I just thought anybody that had a safety valve did some bullshit, but that's not the case.
No, that's definitely not. No, so, I mean, not even always. A safety valve has nothing to do with no type of cooperation. It's a point system that has to do with if you in your criminal history.
The same as if I'm a career offender.
For sure.
If I got 2 prior drug cases or violent.
So you know the different level. So you know the different levels. It's the same thing. It's the lower level.
It's a provision for those that don't have no cases, no priors.
100%.
The same as a career offender is a provision, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not always articulate.
Right.
That's the one for dudes that got bad records.
Yeah, for sure. Like you're gonna if you got a bad record and you playing in the game, bro, you better be bad. You better put the game up, man. Don't, because it's not a winning game, as my man said. Man, it's a losing man's game, bro. And if you still playing it and you playing with niggas that's playing it, you niggas has the ability to fold, man. Because the pressure gonna bust pipes, man. And you think these niggas is solid, and they're not, man. Real shit, man. So don't let these niggas fool you with this money. This money shit is printed. This shit don't make no man, bro. Man make money. Money don't make man.
Okay, so you since the 5 years on your first bit.
Mm-hmm.
Where was your first stop on your Fed vacation?
Milan.
FCI Milan.
FCI Milan. Yep.
Now
I should have went to a camp, bro, because I didn't have no priors.
Now, at 18.
At 18, I should have went straight to. If I was white, I would have definitely made it to camp.
18, FCI Milan.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you've been locked up, probably Kent County before, but all that. But
yeah.
You've never been in prison.
Never.
18, FCI Milan in a federal prison.
Mm-hmm. Youngest on the compound, 1,200 men.
What was the vibe like that for you?
Man, I was with my celly was blue. He was from Saginaw. He ran the store. I was in F1. So I was straight, man. He ran the store. He made sure I was straight. Came in, filmed me, and homies came through, pulled up on me, gave me some little odds and ends, made sure I got right to my, to the commissary. I mean,
what year was that? That was 98, 99?
97.
97 was, you went to the feds.
I went to the feds in 97.
And that's kind of, 97 was kind of the old feds. Ain't no counter. 97 was still the old feds.
Yeah, I don't really know the new. I mean, I do know the new feds, but even when I like I said, I did 2 feds bits, so I ended up going back in 06. However, I went back to Milan.
But 97 was still the feds.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Misconception, you know what I mean? And like I say, man, I hate to even put this out there like it's better in the feds against the state, but in 97, the feds was the feds.
Oh man, was it?
It was still a lot of heavyweights.
Oh man, wasn't. What
was that vibe like in Milan, 97, 18 years old?
Oh, heavy. That's why it was heavy. I had some old heads that pulled on me because I was still wild. And I felt like I had to prove myself because the TV, feel me, TV had prison. Because when I was in the streets, I wasn't just we was really in the streets at this time. So when I came to the feds, it really wasn't like I was out the streets. I was still so how we bumping in here. I had to get a feel of the nature of how the beef was navigating. So I needed to know who was moving, what was shaking, who was doing what. End up having a celly. Both of my cellies, when I first hit the yard, he was the store man. When I went out to A unit, I had Big Rod. He was from Flint. He ran the yard. My celly ran the yard. Changed my whole bid. I was 18 years old. Now I'm running plays. I'm bringing the bag in. This shit ain't stopped. The game didn't stop, bro, because I was in the feds, bro. It kept going.
And that's something I got to put out there because, it is what it is. I'm home now. And, it's a struggle.
Yeah, it's a disclaimer, too. I'm not saying this.
But it's a struggle every day. But I always kind of thought I was fucked up in the head because my whole time in prison, I didn't stop selling drugs. My whole time literally in prison, I sold drugs. And anybody that was in prison with me, I've been in 7 different institutions.
Right.
Anybody that was in, and you got most of the people that have been on this show is dudes I've been in. Only a few of you that have been on my show that I haven't actually done time with.
Right.
I sold drugs my whole time in prison.
Right.
But it was out of necessity at some point.
For sure.
I had some money, but
yeah.
When you're constantly spending money and no money's coming back in, where the money gonna go?
For sure.
And I didn't have it stacked to the ceiling. I wasn't a millionaire.
All right.
So, I had to do that to basically survive and provide for my children.
For sure.
Because I was a hands-on father. I wasn't a motherfucker that was in prison and I forgot about my family because I'm in prison.
Right.
I still try to provide. So I still did what I had to do. And I was like, fuck it, I'm already in jail. But I always thought I was fucked up because of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I applaud myself now that I'm home and I'm against that.
Right.
Even though every day it's a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Every day is a struggle.
I know.
Every day I wake up like, man, fuck this shit. I'm about to, you know what I mean?
I know.
But
I know the feeling.
At the end of the day, I know.
Yeah, what it's worth.
What's on the other side of that door.
100%.
So, Miley, you 18, you running wild on the compound, you doing you. And I can attest to that. I didn't go to prison at 18, but I was a youngin' when I went to prison compared to the old heads.
Yeah, for sure.
Had been in.
For 100%.
I came in under that, you know what I mean, running wild shit so I know exactly what you're getting at with that.
And then they love my energy.
Exactly.
They loved it, bro. My celly.
A motherfuckers who've been in a while.
Yeah. Oh, they did off me too, bro. I mean, I'm in there gym. I'm in there rapping.
That's kind of me and my guy got locked in how we was in because T-Mac had been in maybe shit. T-Mac did 24 years. So T-Mac had been in probably 14, 15 years when I met him.
Right.
So I still had that.
Yeah.
I never lost that.
No, you don't lose it if it's in you.
My whole bit, I never lost.
You ain't lost it now.
Exactly.
It ain't going nowhere.
So he kind of was getting energy from me. So I know what you mean when you was like, because a lot of old heads gravitate.
They do.
Because they want to know what's going on and they live vicariously through you or find out what's going on in the street and whatever.
Right.
So
So I got an old head. His name is Sadiq, but when I met him, his name was Dempsey Bay.
Oh, so he was a Mobile.
He was a Mo. No, yeah. He was in the Moore Science. He was the grand sheik of the Moore Science Temple, man. And this brother was so sharp in his wordplay. I never met a human being as efficient in his thought pattern and his expression of his thoughts. Like, I'm kind of one of them guys that's mesmerized by orientation. Like if you got a good wordplay, you gonna catch my attention. I'm one of them ones that want to just soak up the game. So if you got game to give, I'm one of your best students because you gonna just spit it. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be attentive because I want to receive what you distributing. You feel me? This particular brother, he took me under his wing, man. Like wasn't a meal he would get because he ran the compound. Meaning he ran the compound. Talking about the lieutenants was under him, the captains was under him. If anything needed to be going on, they go through him to make sure they could get it done. Like he was him. It was like Malcolm. This brother was he had one of them type of characters, and he ran with authority. And he's a little brother, and this brother, man, was so powerful that he took me under his wing, man. And he taught me so much, man. Just as a man, he taught me. You feel me? From 18, I had him from 18 to from 98. I had him from 97 to 99. And then I left and went to Morgantown, West Virginia. And then I took a furlough in Morgantown. Boy, that was amazing.
So let's get into that.
That was amazing, man.
You left Mylan on a furlough?
On the furlough going to Morgantown.
For y'all that don't know, you know what I'm saying, a furlough was when you transfer to another prison, but you're transferred on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you catch the bus, or you can even have your family come get you and take you to your next spot. It's usually when you're going to a camp. Ain't no usually, it's only when you're going to a camp.
Right.
So, you know, I didn't get blessed with a furlough, but I've heard.
I know you said some stories. They amazing. Ain't they amazing?
What?
Some of them be so amazing, bro. Like, I'm grateful for every one of them that I've heard, but I understand that I got two of them. I got two furlough stories.
So you went from Mylan to Morgantown on the furlough.
Yes.
Now, for y'all that don't know, like I said, a furlough is when you're released from one prison to transfer to the next prison, but you go on your own. You can have your family come get you, or you go to the Greyhound, catch a Greyhound, and you free. You free to get to your next destination. And I've seen the dude on a furlough from Elkton going to the camp in Fresno. He had 72 hours.
Wow.
To get from Ohio to California.
Wow. It's amazing.
So imagine if you've been like me. When I finally made it to camp, I had been in prison 11 years.
Right.
I didn't get no furlough,
right.
But
you got
imagine
to
a dude in that type of situation.
Yeah, that's amazing.
After 11 years, you free to go to the next prison. You got 72 hours.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Man, so, I mean, time, statute of limitations passed. So what was your furlough experience like?
So my first, because I had two furloughs. But I went to prison twice and caught and end up.
Yeah, this episode is going to be a continuation because you got two Fed vacations, so you got to have two episodes.
Right,
so
for sure.
For episode one,
right. So
your Fed vacation. So what was your furlough like on your first Fed vacation?
So my furlough on my first vacation was epic, kind of, and it was like tough too, because my people met me in Ann Arbor. And I just shot to the hotel. I went straight to the hotel, Super 8. I laid up Super 8 immediately because I had a little baby. And my baby mama, she was still rocking. I was on my 2 years. So she hung in there for 2 years. I'm going to say she rocked for 97, 98, 99. And then she broke bad like 2000. But she was young. I couldn't hold her down, but I got a chance to. That's all I did, bro, though. I went to the room, man, and took a bath, and you know what I mean? I kicked it with her. My pops was there.
Say they took a bath, man. You can go on my Instagram right now and look at these pictures. Like, I was at camp. I didn't go to furlough, but when I got to the camp, the first time my shit got to the hotel room,
yeah,
that was all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I got some head.
Yeah.
And I went and got in the bathtub.
For sure.
I sat in the bathtub, and like I said, it's on my Instagram right now. I posted it.
I believe it.
That's how bold I was.
I bet.
I posted a picture in the motherfucking bathtub with a big ass cigar.
Look at it.
A Verner's and a bottle of Bell.
All right, Gotti. All right, Gotti.
It's ironic you say that because that was my name as a kid.
Gotti.
Real Gotti.
I bet. I can see it. I can see you.
And it's crazy because in hindsight, I've seen Get Gotti a couple times.
Right.
I was watching it the other day and like, damn.
You see your story in there?
Yeah, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I mean,
idolized Gotti and
for sure.
his brazenness and his flashiness.
Yeah.
That's what was wrong with the game.
Oh, for sure. And but you see how, that's what I'm trying to tell you about the old heads. They didn't nurture the game properly, man. And I say this in defense of my young niggas. Be mindful of your old head, the game that he gives you. If he's not giving you game to make you better, he's looking to make you worse or use you. And these old heads have misused the young heads off their energy, off their ideas, off their knowledge, off their brazenness, off their go-getterness. Like, I've been used. I would start getting used very young. And I didn't know I was being used. I thought it was something that they just admired in me. Like, I'm thinking it was me. So it gave me
not knowing they had an ulterior motive.
Not knowing they had an ulterior motive. Not even knowing that the heart that they possessed was against me and not for me. That was because it was these, like I said, these was old heads. These are your OGs that you look up to.
So you did the shit on, because I seen motherfuckers like it's another motherfucker from y'all city. You know what I mean? I don't want to mention his name, but he was my steady at the camp. Got 1 foot or something happened to his foot.
Mm-hmm.
You should know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So he come to Ashland camp on the furlough, and he didn't do nothing. He just rode on the bus. His girl came, met him. They rode on the bus together. He ain't go fuck her nothing. I'm like, man, what? You wasted your time.
Hey man, so let me tell you how old I was when I took the furlough. So in '99, I was 20. So I was 20 when I got the furlough in 90.
So you still had all the bullshit in you.
I said I was 20, man. I didn't say I had all the bullshit in me, man. Hey, you knew I did, though. I'm just saying, though, really, like, so I'm giving you full understanding. At 20, I got the full, and I'm not Muslim at this time. So I'm really with it at all levels. So I'm running the play. When I get to the joint, I send all of the stuff to I'm running the play. You feel me properly?
So I mean, that's
so I made sure the bag got in there. I made sure the bag was secure when I got there. And I ran the play while I was there. The Morgantown, bro. To be in prison, that bid was like college for me.
And I had Street Lord Rook on the episode, and he did time at Morgantown, and I did time at camp, and the camp I was at had a gate around it, so it was still ways to do shit.
Yeah.
And I've heard Morgantown was like one of the strict camps because it's a bigger camp.
Yeah.
It's really like a low.
Yeah,
because it
is.
1,500, 1,200 inmates there.
Mm-hmm.
Most camps only got 200 inmates.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
So I heard Morgantown was a little bit more restricted than most camps, but
it was.
What was your time like in Morgantown?
Sweet, buddy. Sweet as bread meat. So, run play, buddy. I'm play runner. They running. Huh?
How much time you ended up doing in Morgantown? How long you stayed in?
From 99 to 2001.
2001.
Yep.
Oh shit, you stayed in the camp 2 years. You had a lifetime. This is a lifetime.
Yeah. I did had a nice. I had a nice run. To be in prison. Like, I'm not glorifying prison. Don't get that wrong. But I took advantage of my time because I like. If you've been in federal prison, you're around different calibers of people. So the type of knowledge and information that you gain is different than probably the state. Like the state, you might be more criminal. It might be more violent or harsh. But federal,
me doing both, the state is way more violent.
Okay, so
the state is way more violent.
Okay, so me, I don't come from that. I come from a hustler background. My people got to the bag. I come from good hustling people and stand up people. So I was raised with a father that was stand up. So I didn't know what they meant when they said fold. You feel me? And I was given the title as if I fold, bro. Like, because of the way that the play went, the way that the feds ran the play, and then the way that they put me in the papers. But niggas disrespecting my title and my name without no paperwork, bro.
And that's like a big cardinal rule, cardinal sin. You don't really claim a man as hot or snitch or put that title on a man without seeing no black and white.
100%.
That's like the number one rule.
100%. And a lot of niggas do it, bro, based upon how much trust and loyalty you have in the rats. Because the rats is the one who tells these stories. Yeah. And when they tell these stories, they only shift blame.
Exactly, because, you know, with the situation that happened with Casso, you know, the dude that did Casso in was a close friend of mine. And he got jammed up and he tried to make it seem like he did that because I did something to him. I wouldn't dare, nigga. My name mean everything to me.
100%.
I just took 22 years on the chin with two. I'm not even getting.
Yeah. I hear you.
My name mean everything to me.
100%.
A motherfucker can't never put that on me.
100%.
And I mean that. Like
100%.
that's something I dab at right now. My name.
100%.
It's stupid as it may be,
right?
In hindsight,
100%.
As a dope man, but at the same time, that's
Still,
not stupid.
It's not. It's
I
honor.
For something.
It's honor.
Exactly.
It's honor.
My integrity is everything.
Everything.
I'll never bend, break, or fold. So
kill me.
No way you can put that shit on my name.
Kill me.
You did it.
Kill me.
There's no justification for what you did.
Kill me.
Trying to say you did this because of that. Because motherfuckers told on me. That don't mean I told on the next motherfucker.
But this is what I need people to understand about the feds. Anybody who took a cop, any person that you knew who took a cop and pled guilty, he made statements on how he was, what he was doing and how he was doing it in order to get the cop, or he wasn't getting a cop, bro.
Okay, so
niggas who act like they just get a cop and don't say nothing. Yeah, because niggas be acting like, okay, go ahead.
In this episode,
yeah.
So definitely got to be a continuation because you did two fair bits.
Hell, for sure.
It's something we got to get into.
Hell yeah, I seen
that situation is real tricky.
It is.
Because like in my situation, of course I took a cop.
100%.
And I'm 100% man.
And you had to prove your guilt, right?
I have to admit that I did this with this and that. Of course I did. But my co-defendants had already been in prison. They the ones who told on me they'd already sentenced. So I just had to agree to what they already said.
So this is the part that the game ain't being shared at this level.
But I was already guilty by what they said. So if we're on a conspiracy case together and you take a cop before I take a cop, or if I decide to go to trial and you take a cop, you basically told on me, or you basically incriminated me by saying you did this with me. So that's a sticky situation.
So what happens when we both take a cop together in agreement, and it's your case, and I say, well, man, you my man, I ain't gonna let you go down by yourself, and we take the cop, and then you have a change of heart and say, well, man, my man said we can beat the case, let's take the cop back.
The statement's already been made. So the government's gonna use that against you. And that's how they play it.
So they played me. So this is the play they were in. This is the play that was played, and then what they allowed to do was the cheese eater was able to cultivate the rest of the flock.
The government is like on us. A bitch lets you fuck her, you gonna fuck her. So when the government fuck a motherfucker, they gonna fuck you. That's just what it is. And just, you know, I won't say it's a blessing because whatever the case may be, I was gonna stand firm 100% what I had to do in my situation. If I had to go to trial and end up fucked up because I'm so entrenched in my beliefs and my morals that that's just what it was. But luckily those dudes had already did that where it wasn't no funny business, and everybody knows this. And you know, I gotta book my Fed vacation. My paperwork is in my Fed vacation. If you really want to dab into it more deeper, you can get on Pacer. If you really want to go that deep, you can go down to the federal building. You can look up any paperwork on my name.
100%.
There's no smut on my name.
100%.
But the fact that that's true how that goes.
Yeah.
If we on a conspiracy and you take a cop before me, you basically incriminated me because you had to agree that you conspired to do this with me.
Right. It's not.
I'm the last man standing.
So
I can't.
So play.
They're gonna use your statement against me.
So you knowing this when we go in, and you have the audacity knowing that, first of all, that your man ain't got nothing even to do with your fucking bag that you in jail for. Different if this your man and y'all getting money together. This nigga don't got nothing to do with your bag, bro. Has nothing. I'm talking about y'all not eating together at all. Like you not feeding him, he not feeding you. Y'all, that's your man. You supposed to let that man go if you love that man. And stand on your motherfucking case, nigga. So listen though, bro. So this is the reality of the game. when you really with it, like you say, you standing on something. And when a nigga plays you to that degree, and then when I get out on bond, my nigga, this is my man. You tell me that I'm living off your indictment. That was like a smack in my face. Yeah, bro. Smack me in the face, bro. Smack me in the face, bro.
Some of these niggas got.
Bro, it's something. It's just in their heart though. It's who they is and how they raised. And I looked at all of that, bro, and I gave passes because of that. Cause niggas didn't have daddies and niggas wasn't raised by men. I knew different. I was raised by a man, so my daddy was trying to help niggas to become men. And my daddy was like, "Dog, don't fuck with them." Before we even got caught, daddy gave me real game. That I don't think I wouldn't do that if I was you, man. Gave me this game, bro. Gave it to me.
So you say you left Morgantown in 2001?
No, I took Shahada.
You took Shahada when? What year?
In 2000.
In 2000.
July the 22nd, 2000, I became Muslim.
And I'm sure that was a pivotal part of your life.
That was the best part of my life. And it was in prison. And it was amongst a ummah, a community of brothers that I still love dearly, I still communicate with, that helped me become the man that I am today.
And being that I have close ties with you, then I have very close ties with Casso. Like, I'm aware of how you guys are on your deen and how that helps y'all navigate life. But I got to throw this out there because this is just something I dealt with. I was always against the stigma of going to prison, coming home Muslim. I was always against that. And I can't tell you how many times, and I got to say this, like, I gravitated towards the teachings of Noble Drew Ali. I'm not going to get into what attracted me to those teachings, but I'm a very stout believer of the teachings of Noble Drew Ali. And, you know, I've dabbled in studying the Quran a little bit because Casso said, man, you need to take it out, you need to take it out. But I just was so fucked up in the head. And I'm going to say fucked up in the head because I just didn't want to be amongst the stigma of, man, real went to jail and came home a Muslim. And that's fucked up in me because that could have changed. You know, I'm not saying this for the good or for the bad, you know what I mean? Because I've seen it change a lot of brothers' life for the good. Look at Malcolm. Even though it's a different sector of Islam, but he found exactly,
the truth before his end.
It's a stigma that dudes go to jail and come home Muslim.
But the reason, but we're looking at it as a stigma. We're not looking at it as a gift. See,
and that's why I say I'm fucked up in that aspect.
It's perspective. No, this is a learned behavior. You taught this. You taught to think fucked up because you was raised by your opponent.
That's deep right there. That's deep right there.
So how else you think you gonna think? You gonna think like your opponent think. If your opponent thinks to destroy you, you gonna think to destroy you too.
That was deep. So
until you change your conditions gonna be changed by the one who playing puppet master, and you just a puppet, pawn ass nigga. Yeah, so these niggas is pawns to the game and not knowing it. So when you a pawn to the game, you sacrificial. That's why they niggas is sacrificing their souls for this fuckery, this money, this wealth, this fame, these followers, these likes, this particular persona. Niggas chasing that we gave our life for the game.
The game ain't give us nothing back.
So for me to have a love for it and then have a love for niggas that glorify it, you become an opponent to me. I need you niggas to know that. Because I'm with Allah and the law alone, and you niggas is against it. Because you telling my children and pumping this fuckery in their minds without no accountability. So you niggas think that shit's sweet because you making money and your family straight. But you ain't thinking about the lives that you affecting with the fuckery that you giving that these record labels is pushing you to sell and tell. The game that's fucked our communities up, but you pimping us. You pimping us, B, and you ain't getting held accountable.
So you took your Shahada in 2000 and came home in 2001.
In 2001, right? So I was only Muslim for 7 months.
Before you came home?
Before I came home, 9 months.
So when you came home, to my understanding, not to my understanding, to my knowledge, because I know this to be a fact, you ended up getting indicted again.
Oh, but I had a life before I got indicted again.
I said, how long were you home before you got indicted again?
I was on parole. So I came home in 2001. I had 4 years supervised release. So I got off supervised release in 2005, August.
Oh, so you made it off supervised release?
I was 3 years off. I was three months off. I was only off supervised release for 3 months. And I caught a felon in possession of a firearm. And the feds picked it up.
In what year?
This was in 05.
05.
I caught a felon in possession of a firearm in 05. Yep. Because I jumped back, I mean, from 01 to 05, I was knee deep back in. No dean, no nothing. I left dean on shelf. Put bag in hand. Run, man. Got caught, man.
2005, you got indicted again.
Yes, sir.
And that started part 2 of your fair vacation.
Part 2 of fair vacation. Tap in, man. This shit raw and uncut, man. You ain't gonna get it nowhere like this. Shouts out to my man Wall Street Rail. They call him Rail Gotti.
Most of y'all know me as Wall Street. For 15 years, the government knew me as MA 430-039. You're now talking to my fair vacation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.